Welcome back to the Masc4Masc podcast. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Javi.
And today we prepared a special episode for y'all. The year is coming to an end, and one thing me and Javi love to do, I'm sure a lot of y'all like to do as well, we go to a lot of concerts, a lot of shows, so we decided that this is going to be an episode recapping our favorite shows, our least favorite shows, and telling y'all the why, what we loved and what sucked. Because there has been some shows like this year that have been terrible in my opinion.
Yes, this is basically our 2025 Spotify Wrapped but concert edition. I think that's pretty cool, yeah.
Because neither of us have Spotify.
No.
I use Tidal.
Nobody uses Tidal. Nobody uses Tidal.
If you are a Tidal user, please reach out to me. We need to make like a Tidal user
support group.
I was gonna say fan club.
Girl, there are no fans in that club.
I have yet to meet a fellow Tidal user. You know that?
That tells me everything I need to know.
I'm a Tidal user because I like high resolution music. Javi is
high resolution.
High resolution. Don't get me started on bit
We're
rates.
not gonna get him started.
But Javi is an Apple Music user just because he's an elitist.
Apple Music, it's good. My mom pays for it, so that's why I use it. Yes.
Really? I did not know that part.
Well, you thought I was paying for it myself?
Maybe.
Girl, you don't pay for your own Tidal.
I do.
No way.
Who would pay for my Tidal?
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
I will say I get on student discount.
Student discount?
Because usually it's like $20 for the subscription I have, but I get for $5.99.
Oh, that's good though. But yes, so to any Tidal, if you guys need a Tidal support group, Thomas is here.
Any user of Tidal, please reach out,
And if you want to be a Tidal, what is it called? Hater.
Oh,
I'm a Tidal hater just because it's like, that's the more elitist version. It's so obscure.
No, you know what? The audiophiles do love Tidal.
Audiophiles, gosh.
It's a thing.
No, I know it's a thing, but
which hopefully, speaking of audiophiles, hopefully for Christmas I get my dream audio setup.
Oh, your new speakers. Yes. I hope for that too. So we can never use them because we never do. But yes, I guess we should get started with our list. Should we start with the top or bottom of the list?
You know what? Let's go. We'll start top and then we'll say bottom too. We'll start with our number 3 for our top.
Number 3 for top, number 3 for the bottom. Okay.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess you want me to start?
I mean, you can start. Yeah.
So for you know what? I'll start with an honorable mention. My honorable mention for my favorite performance, though it didn't make the top 3 list, it was still an amazing performance. It redefined what I thought this type of musical set could be.
Okay.
John Summit's set at ACL.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's an honorable mention because the top 3, I love their performances. But it's an honorable mention because, I didn't think it was going to be that good. I thought maybe John Summit was all hype, and it was a really good show.
It was amazing. We were actually, because Doja Cat dropped out of ACL, which we were looking forward to. We were in a barricade for her.
I am a Doja Cat stan. Doja Cat stans rise up. All 4 of us who have been streaming the new album.
I was going to say rise up so that she can literally shit on y'all. Like,
you know what? It does. Like, being a fan of Doja Cat is like being in an abusive relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, because even though I love her, if I ever saw her in public, I would not say hi because I feel like she'd
scary.
Hate me. She's not scary. She definitely needs her privacy.
She's passive aggressive is what it is. Yeah. Yes.
But so we weren't able to see Doja Cat, so instead we saw John Summit, who we weren't gonna be able to see, and he very much so surprised me. We loved his set. We saw it at ACL, and honestly, I danced the whole time, which was the crazy part. Even though it was Sunday, I was so tired, and and we were pretty close too, not as close as my sister and her boyfriend.
Yeah,
they got there early, and they were so close. They're so lucky.
No, I mean, John Summit, I have more on that later. But I guess my honorable mention for top 3, that's probably going to be kind of crazy, but I'm going to I had 3 artists listed down. I'm just going to pick the top one from this. Addison Rae is an honorable mention for top 3.
Addison Rae is an honorable mention?
Yes. Let me explain.
You know what? She's not one of my honorable mentions.
Oh, wow.
Or ranked.
I liked her show. I really enjoyed it. I really liked this new album. I thought she was doing something interesting, something. I mean, a lot of people have been wanting. Like, I like music like that. It's kind of like not hyper pop, but like dance pop, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And she's very like sure of her sound and the vision that she has for herself. And I like seeing that in the show. And the show, while not the highest production, she did a lot with it. She did a lot with what she
when it comes to the production of that show, I will say maybe it's just because I'm used
we're used to big budget shows.
God bless that we've been able to watch these big budget shows.
Mm-hmm.
But like Addison Rae's show in Houston, I mean, it's her first tour. I loved it. I almost listed as my number 3. I didn't in favor of another artist, but it low-key did feel like the budget was like
but the budget
20K.
No, yeah, but the budget was like besides the point. I'm saying that in spite of all those
the entire
things,
budget on that one gate on the
I was gonna say the chandelier that they had.
The chandelier was pretty cool too.
But no, in spite of all those things, Addison has just come into the music scene as such like a beautiful and like amazing sounding artist, and I love her for that.
I stream her more than you.
Oh no, I know you stream her more than you.
No.
You guys want to know Thomas's number 1 song?
What was it? I don't even know.
Girl, it's "Fame Is a Gun" by Addison Rae.
It was?
Was that your number 1 song?
I think it was. It was that or Diet Pepsi. I know.
I would not be surprised.
You know what? "Fame Is a Gun" is one of my favorite songs. I'm hoping I get the vinyl for it for Christmas. Speaking of vinyls, so fun fact, I have a vinyl collection.
Mm-hmm.
I have a vinyl collection spanning maybe like 20 vinyls. I love getting
physical media.
I love physical media. I love being able to, get vinyls on limited release, stuff like that. I don't own a vinyl player.
I was gonna say
I do not own a vinyl player. We do not listen to those. Those are still in the same box from when we moved from the last place.
Oh, they are.
They are. I need to take them out at some point. You know what? Christmas gift idea for anyone, for me. Vinyl player.
Yes,
Audio Technica.
We're gonna, what is it called? We're gonna frame them right here. It'll be our new piece of Walmart.
Good. We're thinking of doing some background decor.
Yes.
So if y'all have any ideas, DM me. I'd love to hear them out.
But honorable mention Addison Rae. Yeah. But I guess who is your number 3 for top of the year, top live performance of the year?
Well, I guess since we're going like ping-ponging, we should do honorable mention for worst performance of the year, right? My honorable mention for worst performance I saw of the year, since we just talked about my honorable mention for favorite, McGee. Javi is jaw dropped.
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'm not gonna. Yes, just go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay. So the reason why I put McGee as one of my honorable mentions for worst of the year was just because we were barricade for that one too. Like Javi we basically sectioned out that whole afternoon so we could go to the McGee performance. And then Javi didn't even like it.
I'm going to save my thoughts for later on this. I have so much to talk about, but let me just say I streamed all of his music all of October. He was my number 1 streamed artist for October, the month of October.
Yeah.
And let me just say it was something. It was something.
I mean, that is interesting, streaming an artist all month and then getting to see them. But my honorable mention, McGee, just also because we couldn't see him. His vocals were, they were okay. But, the girls next to us were cool, though. The girls, I was talking to some girls there. They were really, energetic, fun. One of them worked in influencer marketing. So she was cool to talk to. And the other one had a remote job, which God bless her. Those people are so lucky. But yeah, anyways, who's your honorable mention?
My honorable mention for worst live performance, I would have to say we saw Central C at
Central C?
Complex Con.
I'd even rank him, but honestly, that could have taken it too.
We were literally sitting down in the back after we had a long day at Complex Con.
We did.
And we had seen 2 Hollis before, right? I think he had gone on that day. And Central C, I was low-key interested to see a set. It was boring.
So what happened was 2 Hollis finished up at a Complex Con. Mm-hmm. We go back into the convention hall, And then later we went to Central C and caught the last half of his set, and it was boring.
He hyped it up so much. He was saying, he's like, he goes, I think
he did. He said he was taking inspiration from like
Travis Scott the year before. So I was like, oh, like this is gonna be the show to watch. There was no show, and I was not watching it. So it was like the crowd was dead as fuck. Like it was not giving the production the quality that he was advertising. So I was very disappointed because I was low-key looking forward to it. And I'm kind of glad that we didn't stick around to see the beginning because there was really nothing there. Yeah. It was him on stage, like
I was gonna say, like the set design too was practically non-existent. And though that is typical of hip hop shows, you know, I do not think like it's necessary. The fact that he was hyping it up, it made him sound like he was coming out with something.
I know, and especially then there was nothing. Travis last year had a whole build. So I was like, oh, this is going to be like high production. Yeah. There were not even any visuals. The visuals were like a camera looking at his face.
We were the visuals.
Oh yeah, because he selfied the audience.
I forgot about that.
Like this.
What was it? No, he FaceTimed the audience or something.
The audience, like yes.
That was funny.
That was boring. But yeah, that's honorable mention because
yeah. So I guess transitioning into my number 3 spot for best artist I saw this year. My number 3, Tyler the Creator. It is my 4th time seeing him. The show overall was an amazing experience. So we saw that back in March. And me being the person I am, I made me and Javi show up at 8 a.m.
It was 11. We were like 4 because 8 a.m. would have been a little too early, but it was like 11. And I think the people who got at the very front of the line were like 5 a.m.
The dude at the very front of the line, cool as fuck. His name is Josh. He told us he got there at like 5 a.m. or something.
5, 6 a.m. Yeah. I was like, my God.
He was there at right when the sun rose.
Ass crack of dawn, as they say.
You know what? So we got there early because I like getting barricade. This time we did barricade for B stage. And then like Tyler, while he was on B stage, 2 songs before he transitioned back to the main stage, we ran to the main stage and no one was there. So we got barricade again. Either way, so Josh showed up there super early just to be in the middle of the crowd. He loves it just for the game of it. You know, he just loves the vibe, the energy.
The vibe of waiting all day.
I mean, being in line's kind of fun. You get to talk to people.
You get to socialize, I will admit, but you do get tired. Like, it's a tiring experience. I don't mind it anymore now.
Javi was lucky because also during that line, I ran to the random mall next to the Four Seasons to get us the Chick-fil-A. That was crazy.
I've actually heard it's like so crazy. It's like a corporate mall that you were at.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's weird. It's like a corporate mall that like there was no sign for it. You just had to like go in this elevator and there was no sign for it until you got into the elevator. And it was like 5th floor. And then it's like this 2-story mall inside of a building connected to the Four Seasons and like some other buildings. But they had a Chick-fil-A there. Craziest thing. Hardest thing ever to find. But I got us lunch while we were waiting in line.
I was a little nervous though because time was clicking along and I started to see that they were giving out wristbands and everything. I was like, Thomas, you need to get back now.
I barely made it back.
Literally. Because I think they literally started letting us in, or they're even giving us our numbered wristbands as you got there. It was crazy.
But it was an amazing experience, the fact that we were barricade for the B stage, you know. I mean, I like that also because it was a different experience for me because I've been barricade for an A stage, but for a B stage and then getting to see the show start from back there, I thought it was a great way to see it too because, you know, though it wasn't the closest you could have been, you got to see the full production of everything. Also, the opening artist only performed on the B stage, so it was a W for that. Lil Yachty, Paris, Texas, great artist.
I definitely, Tyler was going to be an honorable mention for me on top 3, but
oh really? I thought he was going to be in your top 3. That's crazy.
No,
who's your number 3 then?
You said he was your honorable mention for the top. John Summit.
John Summit
John
was number 3?
Summit
Okay, yeah.
literally converted me to like an EDM music fan.
Yeah.
Like that type of music, I was just like, I can just imagine like all the people. I wish I could be somebody who could take like some type of mind altering
Oh,
hallucinogen
hell no.
drug, because if I was on something like that while watching John Summit, I would have been transferred to an alternate plane of reality.
He did an amazing job. It was amazing. It was, I hate to say it, it was like my favorite performance of ACL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it was an amazing time. And not only that, but I had low expectations and I was very surprised with how well he did.
He exceeded
And
every
also,
expectation.
I thought like, okay, what could the crowd control for a DJ be like? No, everyone was loving him. Like, it was crazy.
The vibes were like at a
Immaculate.
10. It was amazing. Like we were so, like Thomas had said this earlier, but we were so tired after the weekend that we had. And for me to still be dancing as crazy as I was, jumping up and down, like going wild at John Summit, literally the last performance of ACL. No drinks, mind you. We did not have any
we
drinks.
Were completely sober.
Completely sober. I mean, maybe that sounds kind of cringe.
Danced the whole time.
But we were dancing. I loved it. Oh my God. Like I literally,
I would see him again too.
Yes.
I would.
That's what I want. Every time I go to a club now, I want it to feel like watching John Summit at ACL. I know. But that's how much he's like, I'm like, I've seen how good it can be. It's like, I need this all the time. Yeah. But he's on my number 3 spot for the top.
Agreed. And so my number 3 spot, moving on, my number 3 spot for worst artist I've seen all year. Javi wasn't there, so he can't speak to this performance. I did go to 2 shows without Javi. Katy Perry, and also honorable mention for Rebecca Black.
Oh.
Katy Perry's show, the reason why I listed as one of the worst performances of the year is because it's been forever since I was last at a show where people sat down during it.
Oh.
And people were seated for Katie's performance.
Oh, they were seated.
They were seated. So I had bowl tickets. I got to be there because, I was working with Headcount, which if you don't know them, look them up. They're really cool people. But I was working with them and they gave us these lower bowl seats and where you'd imagine the fans would be.
Yeah.
But any song besides her like biggest radio hits, everyone was sitting down. Moreover, the whole thing had like this confusing plot, and it's like, do we really need a plot out of a concert? Do we really need a plot out of a concert?
Let me defend Katie here real fast.
Okay, defend her.
But I mean, your expectations may have been too high considering that her most recent album, 143, was a flop. Yeah. Okay, let's be honest. That's not surprising that people didn't know anything besides the hits. But also, I kind of got to give her credits for having a plot in her concert. I like that. It's like going to a musical, but the lead is the artist.
Maybe it sounds like a good idea, but it did not work with her. It did not work because the plot was too confusing. There was like some AI machine that stole all the butterflies that she eventually had to battle to free the butterflies, and then the butterflies were freed. And that's just too confusing.
Sound pretty tuned into it.
It was really weirdly done. No, it was really weird. It was really weird.
He says it's really weird while remembering every detail. He's like, Katie, yes, I kind of vibe with this.
I will say that I did enjoy the show when she performed The One That Got Away. That was a great moment.
Wow.
But honorable mention to Rebecca Black too, her opener, just because I feel so bad. Nobody was listening to her and the lights were like fully on.
Damn.
I know.
I mean, that must have been a vibe.
Play Friday.
Oh.
But
I don't expect Rebecca to play Friday too often now.
Yeah.
But I mean, listening to Rebecca Black full of tweens and their moms in the audience, lights fully on, that's an experience in of itself. Yeah. Some people pay for that at the club, though.
So
I know people who have seen Rebecca Black at a club. Which is
At a
even,
club,
yes, that's even
crazy.
more wild.
That is.
Because I'm like, I guess she's a DJ.
Seeing Rebecca Black at the club, that is something that I could not.
I mean, I wouldn't do it myself, but if that's your cup of tea, enjoy.
Yeah. So who's your number 3?
My number 3, we just were at their concert.
Who?
Who do you think it is?
Oh, hell no!
I am so sorry. I love
Oh, hell no!
I love their
Just
music.
leave. Just leave.
No, let me say
All
it.
right, who?
Playboy Cardi.
No!
I'm so sorry. I love Playboy Cardi's music, or at least I love Self-Titled and Dial-It. I love those 2 albums. Whole Lot of Red. I
had so much fun at that show, though.
It was.
I loved when he performed the stuff that weren't off of music, you know? Like
Thomas, like, I love the old hits.
Anything off of Die-Lit, anything off of, Whole Lot of Red, anything off of
Playboy Cardi. Yeah,
Self-Titled.
Self-Titled.
The other album, yeah. But anything off of those albums I loved. Yeah, music wasn't my favorite, and the seats kind of did suck. But we got those seats for a cheap price. We got them for $38.
Everything considered, it's like everything, even that considered, that like helps the ranking because it's like we didn't spend a whole lot of money on going to the show. But I just think overall wise, I was very unimpressed. I'm going to be honest, I don't really care to see rappers, at least people besides like Tyler, the Creator, in person on concert, or maybe even Travis, because I don't feel like they do a whole lot production wise.
They can,
but they don't. Like he had trucks moving in and out of the stage. Like there was nothing really going on. There was no like spectacle. Which you don't have to have a spectacle to have a good concert, but Playboy Cardi was just like literally smoking lights.
Yeah.
Smoking lights, and they're like jumping around on the stage. And I was like, the music was obviously carrying a lot of it, and that's what everybody goes for. But when I go see an artist live, I want it to be an experience, and he wasn't delivering the Playboy Cardi experience. Or maybe you would argue the Playboy Cardi experience is the mirrors and lights and the fog everywhere. But it just wasn't for me.
Well, I will disagree with this. But moving on. My second favorite artist that I saw this year was Beyonce.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, what do you mean?
Second favorite?
Yes, that means there's a number 1 above her.
I think I know who's number 1 then.
All right, we'll get to that later.
Yes.
But Beyonce, it was an amazing experience. It was an expensive experience. But would I have like traded that experience for the money it costed? No, because it was absolutely amazing. The stage production was unlike any other that I've ever seen. But at the same time, it was Beyonce. You expect that.
Mhm.
I mean, imagine going to a Beyonce show and it's not amazing. But seriously, like,
that's not even, and like,
even though it's number 2 on my
Mhm.
list of best shows I've seen all year, it might be the best production show that I've ever seen in my life.
oh my gosh,
Like,
wow.
for real.
High praise, high praise.
High praise. But either way, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna touch on Beyonce again.
I'll save my comments for later.
Okay, you'll
I'll
save your
my
comments for later. So then who was your number 2?
My number 2 of the year was, we saw ACL had a lot of amazing artists, and I was literally like, a lot happened to ACL. If you follow me on social media, you will know Sabrina Carpenter at ACL literally changed my life. She changed my body. Like, I have not washed my hands since being at that show.
Ew. That is so gross.
But no, like,
why?
It is so amazing. Like, Sabrina, the production, you already knew what you're going to get from, obviously, we went weekend 2, so we kind of knew what to expect. But I love her music. I love how, like, she engages with the crowd. I love her outfit changes. I love the whole, I guess, like, story. She even tells you a story with the, I guess, like, production of the concert and the entertainment that she's putting on.
Yeah.
And I just loved everything about it. I loved when she interacted with the crowd and ran through. I loved how she sang Don't Smile, one of my favorite songs, on the freaking, what is it called? What would you call that little lift where she was over the crowd to see the fans all behind us? It was so amazing. Like, I loved everything about that show. And it's something so special to watch an artist and you know every lyric of their music. Like, I knew every lyric of every song. Not saying that doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes artists will do deep album cuts, and I'm like, oh, I don't really know this. Sabrina was like, I was singing from the time she started to the time she ended. Thomas will tell you
It
time
was
she
an
ended.
amazing show. I had a lot of fun. It was gonna be my it was gonna be my number two actually,
Mm-hmm.
but then I realized, oh, I forgot we saw Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Sabrina was amazing, and
Yes.
I very much so enjoyed that show. It was a lot of fun. It was very well done,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole thing. I mean, we waited all day for Barricade for that.
I mean,
We
it.
got there, Javi. So we got there, like maybe 30 minutes before doors open,
Mm-hmm.
and at the main entrance there was a ginormous line, a line that probably would have taken us over an hour to cross. So then we went to the side entrance, which was a lot further from the stage, but I was like fourth in line.
Yeah.
So I ran over a mile to reach the stage because I thought to myself, you know what? I could run faster from this second entrance than we could ever get in through the first
Mm-hmm.
entrance. So I took one for the team. I decided to run, and literally I got there, stuck out her claim. I was so, so, so glad. Like, there's no better feeling than getting to the barricade and saving your spot.
Mm-hmm.
But I did that all for Javi, and then finally, a lot later, he came.
I was getting us water in our bag, and I had to wait for our bag to get checked. Thomas left me with a bag. I mean, next time I actually volunteer to run
Yeah.
so I can be like, I ran for Thomas.
It was so exhausting,
You
but
literally almost passed out
yeah, I was
too.
gonna say it was so exhausting that when Javi got back, I almost went and threw up in a porta potty.
Ugh.
I almost threw up in a porta potty, but then I decided not to because I thought to myself, if you throw up in this porta potty, you're also gonna pass out in it, and no one's
Ugh.
ever gonna find you inside of the porta potty.
Girl, I would
So
not. I'm so
then,
sorry. I would not have left Barricade to go and find you.
I know, right?
I couldn't.
Instead, I got myself a water. I went to the American Express pop up, which was air conditioned.
Mm-hmm.
And we stuck out there all day. We saw some amazing
Mm-hmm.
artists who I assume aren't
Mm-hmm.
gonna be on this list, but Olivia Dean, amazing.
Oh my god, I've been listening to Olivia Dean's album basically all of December.
Low key
Like,
though, I did go to the bathroom during her set.
ugh, you did. I remember
I
this.
did, and I remember just like vibing to her music
Olivia
in the
Dean was gonna
bathroom.
be. She is an honorable mention for me for top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we saw Marina, love Marina because of my Tumblr era.
Oh
And then we saw
gosh.
Dochi. Dochi was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I had been wanting to see Dochi since she blew up. And then, Sabrina, which
But
was
that's what
absolutely amazing.
all of those performances before, I also think lead into why I think Sabrina was so amazing because basically her opening acts were amazing artists to listen to and
Yeah.
engaging. And so therefore when Sabrina came on, I was that much more energized to see her after spending all day
I
there.
just still cannot believe Olivia Dean at 2 p.m. The fact that they gave her the set before Marina and Dochi,
Mm-hmm.
but if that lineup was drawn up now, she would probably go on right before Sabrina.
I was gonna say she would be right before Sabrina,
She
yeah.
would. Because, ticket sales don't lie.
Yeah, they don't.
For real. Like, she's doing 2 nights at Moody. And, respect on Marina,
Mm-hmm.
respect on Dochi, but they're not doing Moody yet.
I was gonna say, I know Dochi's touring, but I don't think she's doing like those types of
Dochi
arenas.
is doing like 713 type of venues.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And Marina is probably doing White Oak.
I was gonna say, I don't think Marina's even thinking about touring. No
Marina,
offense.
you haven't been to White Oak, right?
No, I don't.
It's like max capacity 2000.
But where did we
It's
see
a great venue.
Addison?
That was 713.
Oh,
Dochi was doing.
Dochi's doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So either way, yeah, Sabrina was great. That's your number 2?
Yes, loved Sabrina, loved her. Oh my god.
Well, transitioning into my second worst artist that we saw this year, it is for some specific reasons, and I think this artist is quite overhyped. It was The Dare.
Oh.
It was The Dare at ACL at his fucking 2 p.m. set or 3 p.m. set. Oh my god, it was hot. And then there were a ton of people there. And then, The Dare is fun. The Dare can mix a little bit.
Mhm.
But when he's performing his own songs,
Meh.
look, I'm wearing the sweat hoodie right now, so I can talk. But his songs, like, besides, like, his hits,
Hits, girl.
Snooza-palooza. And then the crowd, it's all, like, the fake brat crowd, you know?
I mean, I wasn't really looking at I was totally zoned out at that point. I was trying to
Exactly.
we were looking at the different wristband, what is it called? Wristbands that they allowed into the VIP area
Yeah, we were
over watching the dare. We were taking pictures, zooming in and seeing who had what. That's how bored we were.
You know what, though? The most annoying people that I know were at that dare set and loving it. For real. I won't name drop anyone, but if you know, you know.
So we have just specified that if you're annoying, you also listen to the dare.
Oh no,
yes.
maybe we'll take that out. But it's not that everyone that listens to the dare is annoying. It's that the annoying people that I know were there, and they were loving it, and they were loving it.
There wasn't really anything to love though.
And then it was super hot. It was super hot. It was like the hottest hour of the day. UV index 100.
We left before he even finished. I think we left before he finished the
We
first
left
song.
to go get food. It was that, like, mid.
Oh gosh. Yeah. I guess if that's
my number 2.
That's
So
your number
what's
2.
your number 2?
My number 2, we actually saw them in Las Vegas. It was Illenium, the DJ.
Illenium was pretty good. I had fun at Illenium.
So I'm realizing that now you have different sides of EDM, just like you have different sides of pop music and rap music and everything. I like the John Summit EDM, which is probably like the super popular EDM stuff. The Illenium EDM music, hell no.
I had fun at Illenium.
You know
but
why?
We did leave it early. We did.
No, but you know why you had fun at Illenium?
Huh.
Because you like the pots and pans clanging type music.
Yes.
You like that. Thomas loves. So I like Brat and I like what Charlie did and I like what she's doing. But Sophie, who is very a notorious like producer, God bless her.
Producer, artists on their own.
Yes, but they are known for this very fun, like funky sound, and it sounds like a dishwasher, pots and pans clanging around. Cool. No, but that's what Illenium was giving. It was giving a lot of like that type of stuff, and it was so loud. I love the club we went and we saw him at, Zook. Zook is an amazing club. The CO2 cannons.
I do love Zook.
The pyrotechnics. But oh my god, like I could not get into it. I was like, I want to feel like I'm supposed to be like dancing and being like, ugh. But there was none of that because it was just like,
you know what? The part that I will admit was terrible was the fact that our entrance time was delayed by 2 hours because they were hosting some other event.
Oh yeah, so it was like some private event.
Yeah, but that was pretty weird. Either way, so moving on though, my number 1 favorite artists I saw all year.
Wait, can I guess?
I saw them twice.
Yes, I know who this is.
Who?
Okay, Thomas is about to say 2 Hollis.
2 Hollis! I first saw 2 Hollis alone because Javi was in town and nobody wanted to go see 2 Hollis with me. And so, sometimes you love the music more. Well, let me find a way to say this. Sometimes the music is so important to you that you're willing to go alone. I've been to shows alone. It's a fun time still. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know what? Rather than not going to see 2 Hollis, I'm going to go see him. And it's when he was super early on in his career. Mm-hmm. It was like the second show of his second ever tour.
Oh my gosh.
So it was interesting because not only was I getting to see him, the songs that I like, but it felt like they were still working things out. Like Nate Sip, his opening artist, one of his best friends, in boy life with him.
Thomas knows all the 2 Hollis lore. Oh my goodness.
He seems so nervous on stage. Mm-hmm. And looking back on it, it's like, you know what? That was maybe his second ever performance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So 2 Hollis, he's had an amazing year. Everyone will know him eventually. Mm-hmm. And then also at Complex Con, I just had so much fun at his set.
Oh, you did? I held all the bags at Complex Con. I said, Thomas,
just
go do what you have to do. Go enjoy 2 Hollis, your white tiger. I will be back here holding it down.
That's my number 1, though. And your number one, I'm also going to guess because you're wearing all of their merch right now.
I knew Thomas's number one because how do you put Beyonce at number two?
Okay.
That is crazy.
I know, right? Jay-Z is going to delete the podcast.
Yes, Jay-Z, come on. Actually, Jay-Z, hit me up. I'm Beyonce's number one fan.
We'll get to that. But Javi's number one is Beyonce.
Yes. I cannot stress enough, if Sabrina literally changed me physically, Beyonce reinvented the person who I am right now.
Yeah.
Like, I have never had a larger appreciation for the concert going experience, the technicality of it, the logistics of it all, the performance of it all before seeing her. And we got to see her, as expensive as the tickets were. It was incredibly special to be in, what was it, like Club Hoedown?
Club Hoedown, and we were at the front barricade.
Club Hoedown, front barricade.
Because everyone on TikTok said to go along the side railing, and it's like, why do you want to be along the side? You know, because like the other side, she was facing away from you, and the part we were at, she would face directly at you, and she did half of the show from there. I think TikTok misled people on that one.
I mean, they did, but we obviously did not listen, and
I'm glad we didn't.
I cannot stress enough, like, that concert, every other concert now. So I went to Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour. I saw her way up 600 level, okay, but still the tour was amazing to see, the production value she put into it, the effort, the time that went into a tour of that kind of scale. But to see Beyonce, Club Hoedown, it literally, like, even I would even argue to see Taylor at the same level would not have been as impactful as seeing Beyonce. Beyonce literally is the benchmark on which I am judging every other artist to this day now. That's why I'm like, nobody will ever top that. Maybe she will, this next album, next tour. But oh my God, it was amazing. Also, I got called Beyonce's number one fan because...
Oh, yeah. So right as we were done with the show, we start to leave, and then some like older gay man taps Javi on the shoulder, and he's like, you knew every word. You're Beyonce's number one fan. And Javi at the time was not as big of a fan as me who is a huge Beyonce fan.
Thomas
I
saw
love
her
Beyonce.
At Formation?
I saw her at the Formation World Tour. I've loved Beyonce since I was like 12. You know, Beyonce, I mean, I've never believed in the dichotomy of gay pop girlies, but if I were to fall into something like that, I would be a Beyonce fan.
Okay. And that's agreeable.
Beyonce, though, so amazing. Love seeing her. Let's hope we get to see her again.
Yes, but no. Basically, I was called...
at that magnitude was just insanely amazing. Even though not my favorite, the best performance, production-wise, I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, and she's also pretty much the benchmark for you when it comes to these other artists. Would you not say?
Yeah. Either way, so moving on, though, because we do have to kind of wrap it up.
Yes.
My number one worst artist that I saw this year, Sexy Red. That's not your number one?
No.
Okay. Well, Sexy Red was really bad. She was a guest for Yeet, but like her songs, her voice, they do not match. She was just screeching into the mic. I mean, she was twerking though, and that was very, very
She sounded
fun.
like Kermit the Frog, kind of.
It was just incoherent, but it was very fun. But worst performance I saw this year. Who was your worst
performance? You had them as an honorable mention for bad worst performance.
Your worst performance was McGee?
Yes, my worst
he
performance
claims to be the biggest McGee fan, and then his worst performance of the year was McGee?
But I'm not saying they have the worst music. I'm saying the worst performance of the year for me was McGee.
I guess you were that let down.
Yes, my expectations for the performance, like I literally listened to his music all of October leading up to this performance. When we waited barricade and once he went on stage and the smoke and lights started,
you really couldn't see him.
And I couldn't see him. All I saw was a silhouette.
You couldn't see him and we were barricade.
Imagine
the people
kind of center barricade too. Yeah. It was just such a letdown. Like I was literally as soon as he started performing, and then I didn't even understand any lyrics he was saying. I was like, I was like, have you always sounded this muddled? And then I've listened to the albums recently, and it's clear as like I can hear every word he's saying.
Javi made us basically structure our whole day around that.
But do you understand how much more like sorrowful I felt?
Yeah.
Because it was so bad, and we spent so much time. I was like, we have to be there. We have to.
Fair enough. I mean, it just was a very disappointing performance, but maybe he'll be better in the future. I would still see him again, you know. I would see him at like White Oak in Houston and pay like $40 for a ticket.
I mean, I don't even know if I would, because I was so let down. Like, I would have to see somebody else's video of his concert and then be reassured that's not going to be the same thing he's like as ACL.
Yeah. Either way, so those were our favorite and least favorite performances of the year.
Let us know if you guys saw any of the artists that we were talking about. Let us know your most favorite artist of the year and least favorite artist that you saw this year.
But either way, we have to go leave to the FNAF movie.
Oh,
FNAF 2. We'll let y'all know review next week. I'm so excited. And thank you for listening. If you're on audio, we have video episodes. If you're on video, we have audio episodes. All platforms, YouTube, social medias, everything, Masc4Masc podcast. But either way, I'm Thomas.
I'm Javi.
And thank y'all for listening.
Bye.